Hi, I'm Penny and welcome to my YouTube channel, Retire With Me. So right now we're actually in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It's a little resort town nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. It's beautiful. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how my post-retirement money worries have led me to experiment with some of these cashback apps that promise you cashback for buying certain items. I figured I'd share my experience with you. Also, I'm going to take you for a walk in the Blowing Rock, North Carolina area of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Beautiful views, beautiful scenery, and maybe you'll get to see Skippy too. Oh, please click like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. So my post-retirement worry about money has evolved somewhat into an obsession with these cashback apps. These are apps that you can use on your phone or your computer that offer cashback when you purchase certain things from certain stores. Now here's a warning right up front. These apps can be addictive and it's easy to get hooked on them. For example, I find myself wanting to check the apps frequently during the day to see if my cashback has arrived or to see what additional items the retailers are offering on special. They change daily, so there's that warning. Also, I won't buy anything that I don't normally purchase. So there's a great deal on product XYZ. I'm not going to go for it if I don't already buy product XYZ. So my success has been a little bit limited, but if you're like me, maybe you'll find this useful to hear. So the cashback apps that I've been looking at and playing with are Upside, Ibotta, and Price.com. There are several other apps that you can use. These just happen to be the three that I decided to start looking at and using. Disclaimer, these are my opinions, initial observations only. I'm definitely not an expert, and I'm not at all affiliated at this point with Ibotta, Upside, or Price.com. So I'm going to start with Upside. It's the one that I've used for the longest. I've had it about a month. I've earned $15 cash back so far. This has mostly been gasoline purchases, but there have been 2 lunches out that my husband and I did go out to have lunch on 2 days that we normally would have eaten lunch out anyway. Now, I will say that I picked a restaurant based on restaurants that accepted the Upside app. Some pros about Upside, the cashback does arrive quickly, usually in a couple of days. I haven't had an issue. And you can get cashback from participating gas stations without uploading a receipt. And that's another pro. Okay, for the cons, you do have to enter a credit card number in the app to use it. Now, and then you'll have to use this app to make purchases. I did some research about this and I found no negative reviews about it, and I've also kept an eye on my credit card report and I have not seen anything untoward about it, but I do think that's a con. And lastly, you do have to ensure that the specific store where you are accepts the Upside app. There was one point when Wendy's restaurants were showing up for me in the app all over the place. My husband and I decided to stop at a Wendy's to have lunch, which we would normally do, and as it turns out, it was a Wendy's that didn't accept the cashback offer. So I lost out. I got no cashback and it was a subpar lunch. So be careful. Make sure that the address of the store that you're looking at is the address of the store in the app. Okay, finally, they have very limited restaurant offerings in Upside and extremely limited grocery offerings. In fact, the grocery offerings are so limited that I can't say that I've been able to take advantage of them at all. And finally, purchases other than gas purchases require you to upload a receipt. Now, that's really not a big deal because you scan it within your app, scan the receipt, and upload it right there. Okay, so the next one is Ibotta. I've used Ibotta for a couple of weeks, so it's still pretty new to me. And actually, I've been pretty impressed with it. I've earned $24 cash back so far. These have been grocery visits and 1 drugstore visit. And I will say, the way I was able to get the majority of that was I really spent a lot of time looking at the app, understanding what was offered by the store, understanding the bonuses and what was offered in combination with what else. And I managed to get like an $18 cash back on 1 visit. But that was a lot of effort on my part. It definitely took some studying and figuring out how to do things. And the purchases that I made for the one that got me that return were all things that I needed anyway. I did buy a little more in bulk.
I did swap out a brand that I'm going to use until it's gone. And that's not normally something that I would do, but this is one time that I would do it. Okay, so the pros, I haven't had any issues yet with cashback. It might take a few days, and there are lots of participating grocery, convenience stores, and other stores that will give you some cash back. Also, they do have these bonus offerings that I just mentioned. An example of a bonus option, you might get cash back after visiting a store a certain number of times, or you might get cash back after buying a certain number of products from a certain brand at once. And a big pro, I haven't actually done this yet, but you can purchase gift cards and get cash backs. I think that's a great benefit, and that's great for the holidays for me. Now, under cons, though, related to those gift cards, you do have to purchase the gift cards with a debit card. Now, that was a hiccup for me because I'm not so keen on using a debit card. Credit cards are not accepted. And lastly, for a con, for some of the stores with Ibotta, you have to link to the store first through a loyalty card. And then you actually go and activate the cash back, and then you create your list. So you actually, from the Ibotta app, link to your store, and from your store account, get onto your loyalty account, and then create your grocery list. So that's a little bit of a hiccup for some of these, but it's worked for me. But sometimes it might take a few days for your cash to come back. Okay, price.com, I'm really new with this one. I've only used it for a few days. I'm currently looking for some cash back on purchases, but none have been received yet. And it's actually been quite a few days for one of them. So I might have done something wrong. This could be user error. The pros for price.com, there are many, many more offers available on other things like services such as eBay and trip.com and Groupon and Uber. So lots of opportunities for more savings. And also it surfaces coupons as well as cashback offers. That's another pro with price.com. I'm not going to list any cons yet with price.com until I've had more time with the app, so the vote's still out on that one. So those are my impressions thus far. Stay tuned for some more information about my experience with these cashback apps.
Hi, I hope that was helpful for anyone who's interested in saving some money. One more time, please click like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Now, let's go for a walk in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Hi, I hope you enjoyed that. We love to walk here. Now, one more time, please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed my content. My next video will be coming out in probably about a week. So until next time, bye.